Hi everyone, I'm Jay,
I'm Colin.
and this is Star Wars Conversations.
Oh yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Colin? You alright?
Hey Jay, awesome dude. How are you, man?
Yeah, good man. What's been happening with you this week?
Well, I went to International Comic Expo on the weekend last Saturday. That was brilliant. Really
Excellent.
good time.
Meet any nice people there?
Yeah, met loads of good people. Met a load of good, cool comic people like
Like,
Dan Slott, Charlie Adlard, um, Glenn Fabry, Lou Stringer. Those cool people. Obviously, I was there with Ian Richardson, who's an amazing artist for 2000 AD and Xenoscope. So yeah, that was wicked, wicked, wicked. I also met up again with Jeff that was on the show last week. Jeff Cumming,
yes, friend of the show, Jeff
friend of
Cummings.
the show, Jeff Cumming. So while we're talking about Jeff, I'll just mention that on the 1st of October, Sunday is Coventry Comic Con. I will be there, and it's 10 till 5.
Is that a meet and greet with you?
Well, look, if people want to pay me, I'm happily take their money.
And
Otherwise, I'll just give them a hug and put me buy them a cup of tea.
you
If
can
they
sign
do listen,
stuff.
yeah. I'll tell you what, if there is anyone that listens to this and they turn up, I'll bloody give you a big hug and I'll probably buy you a pint. So that'll be wicked. But no, really looking forward to that. Again, Ian, my old mate Ian's going to be there. David Proud's going to be there. So is Ursula from Superman 2. A
Wow.
few other people, few people, sort of some of the background actors and sort of familiar faces you'll recognise from Star Wars and from some of the other sort of key places like Doctor Who and stuff. So yeah, it looks like a really good day. I think it's the first one that they've had, so I'm sure it'll be fun.
And
Lots of
tickets are
things.
on sale now, right?
They are only tenner, so well worth it. Nice little day out.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anyway, but apart from that, just been working, boy. So
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you had a good time at the Birmingham Comic Con, though, like rubbing shoulders with all those famous people and getting
well,
drunk with them.
yeah. What was cool? I mean, like, spoke to some chaps from Brum FM. They host a show called Geeky Brummy.
All right.
So they were really nice blokes, and yeah, it was really cool. Met up with there's a cosplay group called Central Legion. They
Uh-huh.
invited me to join them if I wanted to. Don't know why. I don't know why they even thought about that. But really nice guys. They put so much effort into their costumes. It's unbelievable.
Excellent.
Really good stuff. So, yeah, wicked. I love a little convention, Jay. I love
I
it.
know you do, don't you? You go to a lot of conventions,
I do. It's
probably
nice
more
to get
than
out there.
anyone I know.
Yeah, we had our business cards on Ian's table. That was good.
Excellent. Did
And he
anyone
kept
take one?
yeah, a couple of people did, and
Wow.
Ian kept pimping it, and I was wearing a Darth Vader costume near his table as well, so I kept doing.
Nice.
Oh, on the Star Wars comics, the guy, oh god, this is Jonathan Christopher Tyler, possibly. He does all the variant covers of the toy boxes,
Uh-huh.
the figure covers. You know
Yeah.
that guy? He was there.
All
He
right.
was signing all those. I got an IG-88 Star Wars 25 one done. That was pretty cool.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking actually an IG-88 costume might be on the cards on the cardboard
That would be
front.
cool.
That
You
would be
don't
cool,
see
wouldn't it?
many IG-88s walking around, do you?
No, because what I was thinking was I do the normal bit how I normally do it, and also the cone bit of it will look really good.
Well, that
And then
looks like his head.
yeah, and then what I was thinking for the arms, I'll just keep my arms in,
Mm.
and then have toilet rolls hanging out. You know what I mean? That'd be wicked.
That would be amazing. It might make it a bit difficult walking around all day, but
I
hey,
tell you what,
you've got to
it
suffer
won't be
for
any
your
worse.
art.
It won't be any worse trying to walk around the Darth Vader costume in ice because it was lovely. It was an intimate venue, but not much room to walk around. So I was annoying everyone because I was knocking people's stuff off our tables. It was bloody nightmare. Never mind. Yeah, good, really good time.
So
And like I
you
say,
went there, you caused trouble, and you got drunk. Sounds
yeah,
great.
yeah. Well, the problem was I was drinking the night before. So I had a mega headache, and I had to ring in and say, "Bring paracetamol," Because I was like, ooh. Yeah. Anyway,
Excellent.
enough of that fun. Let's talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, well, you know what? You know, this year has been Star Wars' 40th anniversary.
As
But
there's also SW40 in December.
that's right. Yeah.
Plug that
That's
boy.
on December 9th.
Yeah,
But-
we'll be going to that.
There's also another 40th anniversary as well.
Oh, I
Today's
know what
our
this is.
40th episode.
Hey!
So we're 40 as well.
And you literally are 40, aren't you?
No, I'm 41.
Oh, so am I. Oh, rubbish. Well, next week we can celebrate that then. But that is amazing, isn't it? Who'd believe that we'd have made it to 40 episodes, Jay?
Not me. Not me.
No, not me. And it's probably more than the number of listeners we got, so that's quite
Definitely.
interesting.
Yeah.
Stats fans. No, that's really cool. I love doing this, Jay.
Yeah.
So we have another 40 million.
Definitely. We need another 40 if we live that long.
Yeah.
Well, when we become one with the Force, we'll be able to do that.
We'll just keep doing it.
Yeah.
But we won't need this internet to do it. We can just whisper in people's ears using the Force.
Like Force ghosts.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's every now and again.
Star Wars conversations.
But the thing is, people won't be able to not listen to us. It'd be really annoying. We'll be like
dude. It's
Force
the way of
Ghost Jar Jar.
It's the way of the future.
Yeah, I reckon. Well, I tell you what, right? Let me cut you down and see if you become more powerful than I can ever imagine.
Oh, I will. More powerful than you can possibly imagine.
That's the one. See,
Right.
you're already more powerful than I can possibly. Yeah. Well done us anyway.
Yes,
well done, listeners. We wouldn't be here without you. Yes, we would. But
we would.
we'll still be recording, but hopefully people are listening. That's nice.
Hey, so Colin, shall we go around the rim?
Yeah, let's go around the rim.
So, not much has been going on in the world of Star Wars. Nothing interesting.
Well, quiet, isn't it? Nothing's gone on at all.
I mean, like last week, there's that little bit of news about Colin Trevorrow leaving episode 9, whatever. And then, it turned out this week, there's just like tiny bits of news. Apparently, they found a director for episode 9 now. And do you know who they got?
I do know who they got, and I'm bloody excited about it.
I'm happy about it too.
JJ's back.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams has come back. So this was, it came out of nowhere really. All of a sudden they just announced that they've got a new director. It came up on StarWars.com. There's an official statement from Lucasfilm, which was J.J. Abrams, who launched a new era of Star Wars with The Force Awakens in 2015, is returning to complete the sequel trilogy as a writer and director of Star Wars Episode 9. Abrams will co-write the film with Chris Terrio, who wrote Argo, he wrote Batman vs Superman, amongst numerous other things. Star Wars Episode 9 will be produced by Kathleen Kennedy, Michelle Rejwan, Abrams, Bad Robot, and Lucasfilm. And then Kathleen Kennedy, your old mate, said, with The Force Awakens, JJ delivered everything we could have possibly hoped for, and I'm so excited that he's coming back to close out this trilogy. And according to Deadline, apparently it was actually offered to Rian Johnson first, but he turned it down.
Wow. Look, I am over the moon about this, to be honest. For some reason, my little naive self, when Force Awakens came out, I didn't even think about who was going to be directing the next two. I just assumed he'd be doing all three.
Right.
And so, because obviously I'd just seen him do the 2 Star Trek films, and so I just assumed this was his baby. He was going to be looking after it. And I thought he was going to be more involved in the stories of the next 2 films. So, to be honest, as much as Rian Johnson seems pretty good and he's got a funny name, I was just a bit disappointed that JJ wasn't doing episode 8, and to be honest, and this is partly why I just really didn't care about episode 9 at all at the moment, because I'd never heard of Colin Trevorrow, and to be honest, I'd hardly acknowledged it because it was just too far away. I just kept thinking, I watched all the special features on The Force Awakens and stuff, and you see JJ and Lawrence wandering around writing the story, and ultimately he set up all these big questions, and to me it was a cop out. It wasn't going to be him that had to answer them. That sort of pissed me off a bit because I was thinking,
I think they didn't have any answers really.
No, exactly, and that first film annoyed me that they actually hadn't plotted out the 3 films and that he just made the first film and not thought about the second 2.
It seemed like they're winging it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought the whole point was we're trying to guess who Rey's going to be and who Snoke's going to be, but they don't actually know. So there's no point in trying to guess because they just make and so I also thought, well, JJ also needs to redeem himself a little bit as the sort of overarching god of Lost and things like that, having set up a load of questions and not answer it to what people want. So I'm really excited and I'm really pleased he's got an answer. Ultimately, what's what?
Yeah, I mean, a lot
good.
of people say that he's not a good finisher, but
it's never ending, is it?
I think that actually, in a way, with it going off to Rian Johnson is probably going to work out as a good thing, because with episode 7, and it's become quite fashionable to slag off episode 7, but
not in my bloody out.
No, I mean it was a good movie. It had a lot of similarities to New Hope, but it had a big job ahead of it as well. It had to bring back fans who had been let down by the prequels. It had to introduce itself, so it needed some familiarity to do that. It needed to introduce itself to a lot of new fans, and
it needed to feel like Star Wars, and it bloody did that.
Star Wars, and it did exactly. Now, obviously, we don't want the third one to be Return of the Jedi, and we don't want it to have another Death Star.
I wouldn't mind it being Return of the Jedi.
I would,
but I wouldn't mind Death Stars coming back.
But but all of the sort of buzz coming out of episode 8 is that Rian Johnson's doing a great job, and we very quickly hear when they're not nowadays. We saw that with Lord and Miller. We saw that
with Trevor.
With Trevor, yeah. And of course, as it's gone to Ron Howard, there's a lot of good feedback coming out of there now, right? So they're on the right track in that respect. So all the little interviews and stuff that have gone around with different actors who are in episode 8 are kind of saying, they're quite surprised by what Rian Johnson's done with it and the direction that he's taken the characters in and where he's taken the story. So this is quite good because, we had the familiarity with episode 7 and now he's going to take it off in another direction, and he's kind of, we're going to find out who Rey's parents are in this one, and he's worked
in episode 8.
Apparently so, yeah. And he's worked out a few different things with the characters and who's who and what's going on in this next movie, and he's introduced a couple of new characters as well. I know you're not a fan so far, but Rose and there's a few others, so they're going to be there now in the new cast. But now after that, wherever that ends, JJ's going to pick it up from there, and now he's got to tell his story from that point, and I think that could actually make it quite interesting because, he's come back to it because he did comment that once he saw what Rian was doing with episode 8, he was like, oh man, I wish that I had done episode 8, but obviously he had family commitments and stuff like that, and it does take a lot of time and a lot of
I think it's too much. The original trilogy had a decent gap in between each episode.
It did, yeah, and also they were different directors.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, Irvin Kershner gave us Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, it did.
Oh,
it did.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, do you know what I mean? So, we could potentially
and he gave us the other one.
Yeah, exactly. But Richard Marquand. But so what we're going here with episode 8. Apparently it's going to be a little bit darker and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we want. It's the middle story and everything. But it's good that. JJ overall did a good job on episode 7. Even if you take out the whole...
Did a brilliant job.
Yeah, even if you take out the whole... it was hitting the beats of A New Hope, but he did...
I like that!
But he did give it the Star Wars feel, and he did I did like the script, and I did like the humour in there. It felt very Star Warsy. You know, all of those little elements, they did still feel Star Warsy.
Yeah.
So he can go into episode 9 and whatever story he gives us, I'm confident that he'll give us a Star Wars story. The other thing is, Rian Johnson's doing it. He's proven that he does it. Is he plays ball, because you're working with Lucasfilm. You know, you come in here and it's not for you to make your own movie. You're making a Star Wars movie. So whatever it is you want to do, you are making a Star Wars movie ultimately. And these guys are doing what they have to do. Now, Johnson has said that he had plenty of freedom, right? But he's had freedom to a point.
Johnson's had plenty of freedom.
You know,
he's hanging loose, is he?
Yeah, he's going commando, right? But you know what I mean. Like he's had plenty of creative freedom, but again, it will be to a point. They work with a story group. There's a larger group, and don't forget, this is now part of Disney. But it's a money making machine. You know, it has to hit certain points for it to be. It's a brand. That's what it is. It's a brand. But the sort of experimentational area is going to be those spin-off movies. And to begin with, probably not so much, but down the line, then you might see a bit more. Interesting thing that goes with this story, though, is that the next day, they changed the release date of Star Wars Episode 9.
Yes, back to Christmas.
Yeah, so this one's going to be released on the December 20th. So that's actually quite interesting as well, because now we get 14th of December in the UK, 15th in the US, we get episode 8. And then May 25th, we get Han Solo. And then you have a wait from all the way from May, all the way to Christmas 2019. But I'm quite happy about that too.
I'm happy about that.
I'm cool with that, because it'll build up the excitement. And it'll be for a lot of young people, it'll be able to experience what we experienced in the old days, although we had like more than that to wait. But, you know, there's a bit more anticipation going in there. I'm expecting they'll leave us on a, you know, imagine Empire Strikes Back kind of thing. Oh my God, you know, the resistance are in turmoil, what's going to happen? Well, you've got to wait a year and a half.
I'm really excited about it. One, I love the fact that Star Wars films come out at Christmas. That's my favourite thing.
I like that.
And I'm annoyed that Han Solo's not, but the fact that the saga films are all doing it, I'm happy about that. And I think that is its rightful place now. That should always be where the films come out. I'm excited. That's good. I'm not bothered really about having to wait longer. I mean, the thing is, I'm going to be so excited anyway, and it's just going to make just the end of a I'm already getting excited thinking about the end of a trilogy, just because it's got to finish on a real high, hasn't it? It's got to be brilliant.
Oh yeah, it's got to. I hope so.
So I'm really, really excited. Just going back to the, you know, like the thoughts on TFA and JJ. I mean, I'm on quite a few different Facebook groups at the moment, and there's so many different. On each group, there were people obviously posting about this, and there was a lot of hate for it, for the TFA.
But that's what I said. That it's very fashionable, isn't it? At the moment, it's very fashionable to slag it off.
I mean,
but
the only one bit in that film I didn't like was the, and it wasn't that I didn't like it. It was the bit in the middle. The what?
Raftar scene.
Yeah, that was the only bit that's slow, isn't it? It's a bit boring, isn't it? And, and it was a bit stupid. But and the Cancer Club were rubbish.
And pointless.
And they had the people from the raid, and they didn't do any fighting.
Yeah.
What? But apart from that, I love that bloody film. I love it. I keep, because like someone, I was reading people like, I think even Darryl and that was saying, oh yeah, it's not a rewatch. I'm like, I
watch it loads.
I watch it. I've seen that film so many times.
Yeah, I love episode 7. And that's the thing. When it came out, when you watched it in cinema, I mean, look, firstly, it made a lot of money, right? You know how it makes that kind of money? Repeat viewings.
People love it.
That was the largest opening weekend of all time.
You saw it. How many times did you see it?
Oh, I can't remember. Like 6, 7 times, yeah. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like that happens because of repeat viewings. So not that many people hated it, and it's just one of those things that people have just recently decided. I don't like that one anymore. Or if you liked A New Hope, why don't you like this one? You know.
I think what I don't get is why people have to, why they can't like more than one thing. It's like there's also I saw a lot of comments
that's a trend, isn't it, nowadays?
saying like how good Rogue One was, and therefore TFA was rubbish. Well,
I like them both.
no, I love them both.
But you know, you know this. It's a trend nowadays. If you like Marvel, you must hate DC.
Yeah.
You know, is that thing. So it's just stupid. There's a lot of dumb people out there.
I just got a lot of love in my heart, Jay.
A lot of love to give. But that's the thing. I mean, you know, these films don't do well because people watch them once and go, oh, that sucked, I'm not watching it again. It's because people do what we do, like go see it 3, 4, 5, you know, they go back. So you must have liked it at some point, right?
Watching today, right? A shit Star Wars film, I'm still gonna like. You know what I mean? It's still gonna be better than not watching a Star Wars film.
Just like the holiday special.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't.
Apart from that really crap bit when Lumpy's watching the telly, that was rubbish.
I don't. I'm not gonna. If something's a pile of crap, I'm not gonna like it just because.
No, but what I'm saying is, if the elements of a Star Wars film, even if it's not done brilliantly, a film with those elements in it, I will probably like. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I like sci-fi. I like cool spaceships. Yeah. I like cool effects. I like cheesy jokes. I like lovable characters. You know what I mean? Even if it's not brilliant, all those elements of it are the sort of thing that I would sit and watch. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
And I'd enjoy it just because I like that sort of stuff.
But that being said, The Force Awakens was done well. So, you know, I thought he did a good job on it. And I think he'll do a good job on Episode 9. And, you know, he's going to have a ton more material to work with now. And, you know, as we've seen, because don't forget, when The Force Awakens came out, it was the first movie after Disney had bought Lucasfilm. So they hadn't really got so much material out there. They had the few little bits to kind of do the journey to The Force Awakens and all that stuff. But now there's so many books and comics, and you know they're all tying together, right? We've talked about this numerous times. But the story group's job is to keep track of what's what and try and tie it all together. So he's going in now on the third movie and working with all those guys. You know,
he can build on it.
Yeah, I think that it could be. It'd be. I'm very interested, and I like JJ. You know, I think he's really.
I like JJ.
And
the thing is, also,
I want this to be great.
Yeah, the Force Awakens had the hardest job of introducing a load of new characters that we needed to care about.
Yeah,
I mean even I was a bit cynical going in thinking, because before I actually saw the film, I couldn't remember anybody. You know, me and remembering people's names. I had no idea who was who.
Yeah.
It was only after I saw the film I actually worked out who these people were. I couldn't tell from all the things that had gone into before I saw the film. Obviously, I knew there was a girl, and I knew there was John Boyega because I recognised him from Attack the Block, and that was about it. You know what I mean? And I didn't even realise that Poe Dameron was a character. I didn't know what that was.
Right.
I'm like, who's this bloke? And so, you know, he introduced all those characters and Kylo Ren, and you know, and again,
Kylo Ren. I mean, he actually brought us a really good villain. Darth Vader was the previous villain in Star Wars. You know, he's a classic, iconic villain. So he had a big job just to give us a good villain. I think Kylo Ren is an excellent villain. And now, as we, you know, there was interviews with Rian Johnson recently, and he just talks about Kylo Ren a little bit, about how he's a very layered character, and he's not, you know, there's more to him than he's just a straight up bad guy. He's a tortured, you know, he's young, he's tortured, he's just killed his dad. He's, you know, there's so many things with this guy, and we know he's tough. I mean, he got shot with a bowcaster for one, right in the stomach, and walked it off, right? You know, he's got to complete his training now. He's going to, Snoke said he's going to complete his training, so I expect to see a slightly more powerful Kylo Ren. You know, and you know, he didn't just get his ass handed to him at the end of Episode 7. He was dying. He was bleeding out. You know, so he's fighting these two guys while he's bleeding out.
But also, look here, little similarity there of obviously Anakin refusing to die and using the anger to keep him alive, and you can almost say that's what Kylo was trying to do: build on the anger to keep him going.
He was. That's why he was hitting himself to make him, use the pain to make him more angry. But I like John Campion did a good analogy of how Kylo Ren was, because he was saying how people always go, he was rubbish. He got his ass kicked by Rey, and he goes. Okay, take Floyd Mayweather, right? He's considered the greatest boxer in the world at the moment. And he goes, if you put me in the ring with him, I'm going to get my ass kicked. He goes, but if you let me shoot him in the stomach with a 45, right, and then put me in the ring with him, I'm going to kick his ass. And it's true, that was exactly what happened there, right? He was shot, and they made a major point of showing that bowcaster blow people away and blow holes in walls and stuff.
And he took that.
And he took that and then walked out and fought them. And then he took a shoulder injury because, he's injured. And
a face injury.
Well, he got hit in the shoulder by Finn, didn't he? And then he had to fight Rey after that. So, but I thought he was an excellent villain. And if you think about, like, his story, he's
conflicted.
He's conflicted and all that. He's gone to the dark side. He's fighting against light. But compare him to Anakin. They've actually done him better than Anakin has done in the movies.
Oh yeah,
so
so
there's that too. So
at least you could see why he's on the dark side.
Yeah.
I still can't work out why Anakin went to the dark side.
What have I done? It's so the credit isn't really given for a lot of these little things that are in there, and there is a lot of good stuff in episode 7.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah. So
this is our episode 7 love fest, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems to be. But I mean, and this is actually it's a JJ love fest in a way, saying like good luck to him going into episode 9.
Yeah, good luck. And if he wants us to give him a hand, all he needs to do is give us a tweet or email us or something like that.
He can do
Join
that.
the Facebook group. He could if he wants.
Where would he do those things, Colin?
He could tweet us or Instagram us at Star Wars Convo using the hashtag Star Wars Convo, or he could join our Facebook group Star Wars Conversations. We'd let him in.
Oh, there you go, JJ. You've been told. So we expect to hear from you. But that being said, Ryan Johnson, obviously he was offered it, turned it down. He has nothing lined up as movies down the line, but I guess that it takes a lot out of you working solidly on this stuff, and obviously he's got his own family and everything, so those are probably good reasons why he wouldn't.
It probably takes a while for Johnson to get up again, really, after
after
a
a
big
workout.
Yeah.
But
he's got after shooting, he doesn't know.
Did he shoot first? But so by the sounds of things, he's doing a good job. I would have been interested to see what he'd have done with episode 9. But either way, him or JJ, they were my 2 top choices anyway. The other one, obviously, most people said was Spielberg. It's not going to happen. He said that.
Or George Lucas.
He's not going to come back. But
there's a petition for him.
I know.
Did you see that?
I did, yeah. And someone else said, "Shouldn't we have one to not have him direct?" But there's, Spielberg said he's not going to do Star Wars. He didn't think it would be right to do, one of George's movies. And I would love to see what Spielberg would do with it, but
I'm more excited about JJ, to be honest.
I think he's going to do great. So anyway, anything else to add about that, Colin?
I think we've done that one to death, mate.
We have done that one to death, haven't we? So that's the death of that one. So what else? I'll tell you what you might like. I like it as well, actually. It's not very exciting news, but it's some kind of news. The titles for the first 6 episodes of Star Wars Rebels Season 4 have been revealed.
Oh, why don't you tell me what they are? And I will tell you, I will give you my version of what is going to happen in those episodes.
Okay. Well, episode 1 and 2 are part 1 and 2, and the title of that doesn't interest me at all. That's called Heroes of Mandalore.
Oh my god.
Well, we know what's going to happen there, right?
We know what's going to happen.
Sabine's going to bring all her buddies, and they're going to shoot up some Imperials, and that'll be stupid.
I
hate all the Mandalore stuff in Rebels, by the way.
So do I. Just remind me what happened at the end of Rebels season, the last season.
Hey, this is a bit of an
Thrawn
on-the-spot question. I don't remember. My
was
memory's
Thrawn
terrible.
about to crash them. Did it finish on a cliffhanger or not? Did it?
Don't know. I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah, I know that sort of. There was a bit with Mon Mothma, and she'd like put her out in the ring, and she was moving things forward a bit and saying, right, we're definitely going to unite the rebels and
Yeah,
let's get on with it.
something like that.
And I think hadn't they fallen for Thrawn's trap or something, and that he knew where they were and all this stuff. I don't know.
Anyway, episode 3 and 4 is another two-parter, and that one is called "In the Name of the Rebellion."
All right, that's gonna have not Mace Windu, the other one.
What?
What's the other
hand still here?
Yeah, what's the crazy hair guy name?
Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera. Let's gonna have him.
Oh god, if this was still the video podcast, I would so put up that video of Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, do that anyway.
I tell you what, you working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? My mistake.
See, you're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
Flog, you're
We may
exactly
be
right.
all black and famous,
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right. That's right.
You're the entertainment reporter.
I know. I've done
You're
them
the
all.
entertainment reporter
Right.
for this station.
Flog.
And you don't know the difference between
I
me and Lawrence
know.
Fishburne.
My mistake. My mistake. I apologize. Really, my big mistake. Let's talk
That
about.
must be a very short line for your job
I'll
outside
say.
there.
No, it probably would not be hard to get another person to sit right here. Let's talk about RoboCop.
Oh, hell no. Really?
Really? I apologize.
I'm the other guy. I'm the other guy. The other one. What's in your wallet?
Right. That's it.
I'm that
Exactly
guy.
right.
There's more than one black guy doing a commercial.
There it is. No question about that.
I'm the what's in your wallet black guy.
Okay.
He's the car black guy.
There it is.
Morgan Freeman is the other credit card black guy. You only hear his voice though, so you probably won't confuse him with Lawrence Fishburne.
You're 100% right. To RoboCop,
There's a heavyweight black guy that's like putting cash down in the seats in a baseball stadium, but he's also the black guy that turns off the house, the water, and the lights when his kid tells him the house is cool.
Right.
I'm not that guy either.
Do we want to do a list of all the people that you're not?
And I've actually never done a McDonald's or a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial. I know that's surprising.
Right. Fair enough.
Oh, man.
To the original.
And I'm the only black guy in RoboCop that's not a criminal.
Okay.
Other than Michael K. White.
Why do? Oh, that's because Mace Windu comics just come out, hasn't it?
Ah, okay. So,
And I've just been downloading it.
so episode 5 is called "The Occupation."
Oh, ooh, occupation. Now,
There's
what can
going to
that
be
be?
some kind of occupation going on of a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who will be occupying it? Will it be the rebels?
Imperials.
The Imperials.
Yeah. And then episode 6.
What planet could be? Come on, what planet could be?
Oh,
Come
I
on, it
don't
might
know.
be one of the cool planets from Star Wars. Oh, Mon Calamari.
Why?
Because that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Well, thinking about it, I'd expect they're going to maybe do it on one of the planets we're going to see in the next movie.
Oh, bugger off.
What?
No, I don't
Why
want
not?
to see anything tied into new films. I want to see it tied into the old films.
Yeah. Well, and number 6 is called Flight of the Defender.
Oh, is that going to be a ship?
Probably. Did you see the trailer for season 4?
No.
Oh, it looks good, man. It does look good, I must say. That it looked like they're really, really pushing the story forward. There's a little bit where, what's his name? Ezra hints that he might fight Kanan.
Oh, did this come out a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh, I did see it.
Oh, you did see it. Okay. So yeah, I thought it looked good. I thought it looked quite interesting.
Yeah, I thought it looked good. I want Ezra to go to the dark side
I do as well. Do you think?
and become Snoke.
Do you think that Thrawn will die at the end, or do you think he'll go like to the outer regions?
In my head, here's what I'd like to see happen. Thrawn
Without the
survives,
leeches.
realises that actually, because as we talked about when we talked about the book the other week, I think Thrawn's just along for it just to see what's happening. I don't think he's got any mega allegiance to the Empire. And so I think, he realised that the Empire is a lost cause, and then he'll bugger off and go back to Chisworld, and then hopefully his story will reprise somewhere in one of the novels or something. Set
I'd
between
like to see a live action
Jedi.
Thrawn. I want to see him come back, but in this era now, what we're at.
Well, the thing is, he could have well been involved in. Definitely, I don't think he would have been involved in the Battle of Yavin because that was really the Death Star versus the Rebels. There were no other ships was there involved, which is weird thinking about it. Yeah. And then, so he could have been involved though in the Death Star 2 battle, definitely. And so he could still have been around. And so, again, a bit like with Battlefront 2 Inferno Squadron, sort of seeing the Emperor fall and all that kind of stuff would be interesting.
In Heir to the Empire, he had been sent off, hadn't he? And that's why he wasn't around.
Yeah.
And I kind of hope it kind of works out like that he ends up going somewhere else. Because I'd like to see a live-action version of Thrawn turn up. Like, imagine, because firstly,
in episode 8.
This is without me checking a data bank or anything like that. I don't know how long Chiss lived for. But let's say, let's say like Wookiees, right? He could be, still look young and still be around. So I'd love to see him come back, and it's like, oh, it's the First Order now, and it's like he's this serious, sinister, Grand Admiral, and he just takes in command.
Well, I mean, again, the fact that the Empire buggered off to the outer regions, unknown regions, and that's where basically the Chiss are.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it makes sense that that's tied together somehow. Because also, his little mate went out there as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that's got to. I mean, I can't see that Thrawn book's not going to pay off.
Well, that's what I mean.
And there's got to be a sequel to it, and that would be set in between Jedi and Force Awakens, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it tells his story during the trilogy. I'd love to see an episode, second book.
I think that we will never get a live-action version of him, but I wish that we would.
Well, it really depends what they decide to do with him. There's got to be another book. That book was popular, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I reckon there'll be a follow-up after Rebels finishes. As long as they don't kill him in Rebels, please don't kill him in Rebels.
I don't want him to die. That's stupid.
Then I think there's a real strong chance we'll get a Thrawn 2, and it will tell the story of what he did over the Civil War.
Thrawn 2, The Revenge.
Feeling blue. Thrawn 2, Feeling blue.
Alright, that. They need to be listening. That's what it's called.
This is where the magic happens, Jay.
It really is.
I tell you what, I think they should take a little note out of my book about if they want to come up with brilliant ideas, all they need to do is not sleep for a week and travel around a lot and then try and record a podcast at stupid o'clock. And that's when the brilliant ideas pop out.
Yeah, well, it's just coming up to midnight now, so shall we crack on and get through? There's two last little bits, two that I think you might be quite interested in, actually. So that's why I put them in here.
Well, thank you, Jay. Very considerate of you. I hope the listeners will be interested as well, because if it's just things that I'm interested
in. They might, whatever. So let's go with... on the Star Wars show, they revealed...
Well, I'm interested in that, my friend.
You are. Well, they revealed the cover and the release date for a new book based on Canto Bight. In fact, it's called Star Wars Canto Bight.
I like the cover. It looked wicked.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
it's different, isn't it? So, so is that coming out?
I haven't watched it yet, that episode, but I would say just seeing that cover made it look like it was a different element of Star Wars again. It looked more edgy. It looked more like a Fast and Furious kind of thing. That's what made me think of when I saw the cover.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that sort of depicting a cool lifestyle, cool edgy place kind of thing, where a bit of cool stuff happens.
Well, supposedly Canto Bight, when you see it in the movie, is going to be much cleaner and everything than what most Star Wars looks like.
Like Naboo.
Yeah, it's going
But
to be
not
more
countryside.
a bit more swish, you know. So anyway, that's going to be released on December 5th, and Pablo Hidalgo says this book is so much fun. So there's that, and then there's another bit of info that you'll like. New information on the upcoming comic about the planet Crate. So now there's going to be a comic about Crate.
What's Crate?
And it's the planet Crate with the red stuff coming out of the ground, that planet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Well, again, like as I said earlier, I don't know about things in the film until I see the film.
but we have talked about that numerous times.
The Red Sand one.
That's the one.
Yeah, okay.
So it says this December, the soon-to-be thrilling Star Wars: The Last Jedi rocks movie screens across the world.
Jedi Rocks?
Yes, this is a new musical. And
Oh, bloody hell, not him again.
That's the one. So first up, we learn the secret of the mineral planet Crate. Long before it became a battleground between the Resistance and the First Order, Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa led the rebellion there in search of a new home. From writers Ben Acker and Ben Blacker. That's what it is. Ben Acker and Ben Blacker. That's what it says. and
that is amazing, right?
In brackets, it says Star Wars Join the Resistance. And artist Marco Cicchetto, who did Star Wars Shattered Empires, comes the backstory to this winter's biggest adventure.
I like that Shattered Empires. Did you read that?
The comic?
Yeah.
I have it. I think I read the first...
You haven't even read that? Bloody hell, Jack. It was one of the first things that came out.
Yeah, I think I've read the first issue. Oh, no, the first 2 issues I think I've read. It was a 4-part
Only
or
4?
5-part, wasn't it? Yeah, I've read the first 2. So I've got them
That's
all.
where you learn about the Force Tree.
Yeah, I've read the first 2.
and Poe Dameron's mum.
Yeah, I know. I saw all that bit.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Those are coming out. There's a little comic there coming out for you. I'm sure you'll have that soon.
I'm sure. The what we're talking about novels. Also, I saw announced that the Last Jedi novel doesn't actually come out until well after the film's out.
That's right. Yeah, they're not bringing it out till sometime in 2018.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what the reason for that is.
Maybe it's because they ain't finished the story and it took the bloke saying just start writing it.
Maybe. Yeah, but he's not going to find out what the story is until after the movie.
He's got to watch the film and write it.
I reckon this is what he means by that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you saw on the group today as well. Martin Wilkinson had posted elite casting.
I tried doing it, but it wouldn't accept my phone number as a real one or my postcode.
Some people in the comments had put that it was fake.
I think it's fake.
Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's out there. So if anyone can get on it, I think it has zip codes, so it's obviously open to people in the US.
It's an American, yeah. So
even though
it was American
filming most of it here in the UK, but whatever. So have a go, see what happens. You might get picked up for some adverts or something. So anyway, Colin, anything else to add? I think that's it for this week, isn't it?
I just want to say, Porgs. I can't remember where I saw an article, it was just a comment or something, but they're basically comparing Porgs to Minions, and that's basically, someone was saying that Disney want the Porgs to be the next Minions, and that they might show up in like their own little cartoons and all this stuff.
Oh yeah, I expect that.
And that's really where they're positioning them. I personally hope Porgs become cannibals, and that's why Episode 8 is going to be so dark.
I hope that Porgs are the chickens of the Star Wars universe and get eaten by people and Chewie.
Do you reckon they might, like a KFP or something on Canto and what was it called?
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
That would be cool. I love KFC.
Well, I don't think it'd be Kentucky though, would it? It'd be like CFC.
Quiet fried chicken.
CBFC. Canto Bight fried chicken.
Yeah. Or crate.
It would be CBFP. Canto Bight fried porgs. That's what it's going to be.
or quiet fried porks.
Yeah, is that a scoop, by the way? Is that a scoop you got from Kathy?
Yeah.
That they're going to be cooking porks?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Pulled porks. We like that.
Pulled porks, definitely pulled porks.
Yeah.
Pulled
Everyone
pork
loves a pulled.
sandwich.
Yeah. And slaw, obviously. You have slaw with it.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah. Yeah. So I am still. That's the only thing that's making me nervous about the films.
No, I don't think that they're going to have a major part in it. I think it's just going to be one of those things to try and sell some merch. That's what it's all about. So, there'll be some cuteness in there. Kids will like them. Kids will want pork because, they're going to all be on the shelves at Christmas. There'll be the talking pork, the hot water pork, and, all different kinds of porks. So that's what they're there for. I don't think they're going to be,
Pork pies.
Pork pies. I don't think they're going to be all over the movie. So I at least hope not. So, yeah. That's it for this week, right?
Yeah.
Are we done? Yeah, cool. All right. Well,
are we?
Are we? I think we are. You need your bed.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell the listeners where they can find us all over the interwebs?
They can find us. Oh, we'd sort of done this already, but
no, recap, dude. Recap.
Oh,
also
recap.
recap the conventions.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I like to make you think last thing at night.
Right. So, what have I got to say? So, Star Wars Conversations, the Facebook page and group, come and join us and join the conversation. There is Twitter at Star Wars Convo and Instagram at Star Wars Convo, where you can also use the hashtag Star Wars Convo. There is, I don't know, anything else?
So we're on YouTube, we're on Stitcher, we're on SoundCloud, we're on Apple iTunes, and we're also on the Taylor Network of Podcasts. I love Taylor Network of Podcasts. I think my favourite is Nothing's On. I do love that show, but what I struggle with it is because they talk about a lot of TV shows I've never seen. But apart from that, I like it. And they often promote us, and also I often write them letters talking about things I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's good. Excellent.
There's also lots of other shows on there. There's things like Go Trek Yourself and the other one.
Has our episode of Go Trek Yourself aired yet?
Still not aired.
Oh. God, that was months ago. That was like back in May.
They haven't released an episode since we went on. So I think...
Have we killed the show?
Well, I think... I know JK's been well busy with doing the Mirror Broken Star Trek comic, which is amazing. If you haven't read it, guys, go and pick that up. I think it's on issue 4 at the moment. Wicked. And he's been well busy, and he's been all over the place. It's been convention season and stuff. So I think that might be to do with it. But I know I've just been seeing tweets by him and Daryl, and they're getting well excited about Star Trek Discovery. That's getting close.
I'm looking forward to watching that.
Oh, did you watch the Orville?
I haven't watched it yet. Did you?
Yeah, I watched it.
And?
It's alright.
Yeah.
Good effects for a comedy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out. I've heard bad things about it, but you know what? I'm going to give the first few episodes a go.
I liked it. It wasn't like laugh out loud, but it was amusing, and I actually quite like the characters. And also, I've got a bit of a soft spot for what's her face, Adrian. What's her face?
Oh, Adriana Palicki.
Yeah. She's a beauty, isn't she? I loved her. She was the only reason I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and when she left out, I stopped watching it.
Yeah, well, it takes a lot to get me to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So anyway, so we're on Taylor Network Podcast. We're on all the other places, all over the internet. Look for us at Star Wars Conversations or Star Wars Convo. You can get Colin on Twitter at
Captain Colin.
And you'll find me at EagleEye1933. So that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us, and until next week.
Don't forget to go to Coventry Comic Con and also I'm cool, and let's blow this thing and get out of here, or whatever it's.
Yeah.
The
Great
thing.
kid. Let's blow this thing and go home.
That's the one.
Thank you.